The Fort Hood police sergeant hailed as a hero after helping to take down alleged shooter Major Nidal Hassan at Fort Hood, speaking out about the way she and other victims have been treated by the federal government following the tragedy.
Not to the least little bit have the victims been taken care of. In fact, they've been neglected.
Now, she and more than 100 others have joined a lawsuit against the government, who they say is doing little to help them in the aftermath of the shooting. Staff Sergeant Alonzo Lunsford is one of the victims involved in the litigation. He joins us live. Good morning, Sergeant.
Good morning.
Were you shot by a terrorist or a co-worker?
I was shot by a terrorist.
And what's the difference? What's the difference in terms of how the president and this federal government has responded to your needs based upon your courageous acts on that day?
Well, one of the differences is that it was a PTSD clinic that typically Army service members could go to, that's located at Walter Reed, or was located at Walter Reed. And I was accepted to go there. And then when they found out who I was denied, because the individuals that were in charge of that PTSD clinic were the same individuals that was in charge of Major Hassan when he was stationed at Walter Reed.
And so they thought what?
So they thought that it would be a conflict of interest by me being there. In turn, they said, well, we will send you down to Fort Bliss for treatment. Well, Fort Bliss denied me because he said I was not a combat veteran. So basically, I was just out there stuck as far as getting treatment for PTSD and TBI, which in turn, a supporter of the Fort Hood shooting victims and the survivors end up sending me to Point Loma Submarine Base in San Diego, California, a naval facility for treatment.
So you agree with Sergeant Munley, who said that the President of the United States made promises to the victims that you'd be taken care of, and that has not been the case?
Not altogether, no. Promises were made to us that we would be taken care of and that we wouldn't, that our families would not have anything to worry about. But as of to date, that has not been altogether true.
Yeah. Sergeant, thank you for your service and thank you for what you did on that day. How many times were you shot?
7.
And you are still having bullets being taken out of you to this day?
I still have one more that needs to be taken out. Have
you ever tried to contact the President of the United States? And if you did, what kind of response did you get?
Well, I have not had a chance to contact him directly because since the shooting, I've just been focusing on my care.
Sure.
And I felt like that time would come because we didn't get a chance to see him when he came to Fort Hood. He went to Darnell Army Hospital, but we were at Scott and White Hospital, so we did not have the opportunity to see him when he came down.
Well, the White House likes to watch this show. So what would you say to the President of the United States right now?
Mr. President, my Commander-in-Chief, by all laws abiding, would you please make sure that we're taken care of so we can be at peace of mind, and let's try to hurry up and get this trial over with so we can close this chapter in our life and move on.